you've been doing the inner work. You've been shifting internally. You've been giving yourself the right mental and emotional state, just like everyone else has taught you by this point. And yet, you're still getting the exact opposite of what it is that you desire. Maybe you desire more money and you get more problems, you get more things to worry about. Maybe you desire better health and yet your symptoms just get worse. Maybe you desire a nice vacation and yet you have even more troubles to think about and it is bothering you. I know, and you don't understand what is actually happening behind the scenes. But trust me, by the end of this video, it will all make perfect sense. Because it truly comes down to something very interesting and something that many people will never even understand in the first place. So lock in, take those notes, and let's fully get into this. And by the way, this video is for the kind of people who already are doing the inner work, who already know about the fact that their consciousness is what creates their reality. It is their mental and emotional state that are actually the cause of the effect, which is the physical plane. And so, before you've actually done all of that inner work, shifting internally and giving yourself the mental and emotional state in a deeply relaxed meditative state, before the physical world proves it to you, then I suggest that you go do that first and then come back to this video so we can truly work on it. Or who knows, maybe you won't even need this kind of video. But yeah, if that's you, then lock in and let's do this. So, you actually have two definitions of what it is that you want. Yeah, I know, crazy, but it will make sense. The first definition is your conscious definition, and your second definition is your subconscious definition. Your conscious definition is based on what you have basically perceived, either through your five physical senses or what makes logical sense to you, right? So you may look at money and you say to yourself, oh yeah, it is a tool, it allows you to go wherever you want, do whatever you want, buy whatever you want, it gives you location and time freedom, but that's only consciously. But subconsciously, your definition of what it is that you want subconsciously is determined by one thing: intense emotional charge. That's what all of this is all about. It is what you have intensely and emotionally experienced or observed. So I want you to really look at your current situation with what it is that you desire. It may be with money, it may be with, I don't know, a woman, it could be maybe with getting a better physique, whatever. Because that aspect that is getting perpetuated right now, basically the direct opposite of what it is that you desire. It may be that you've experienced something completely contradictory, and now your subconscious mind has associated that with something that isn't even remotely close to your conscious definition. Like, for example, let's look at it like this. Let's say that you want to materialize more money. And let's say that throughout your entire life, you've heard your parents basically cursing at the rich. They were telling horrible things about them. They were saying stuff like, we need to eat the rich, and, they only want to keep us poor, and, they do fucked up things to, I don't know, children and stuff like that. I know. You may have gone through this similar experience. And so, how does that paint rich people? And how does that paint money? Since you've experienced all of that anger, all of that scarcity, all of that fear, all of that shame, all of that guilt towards those rich people, then your subconscious mind associates money with being ashamed of, by being guilty, with people being angry at you. And therefore, your subconscious mind classifies it as pain. And so you don't want to feel pain, and especially if it's coming from your family members, right? You don't want to do that. You want to be cool with them because they've been giving you love for your entire life. And now you want to go against the doctrine? Like, who the hell are you? It just doesn't make sense. And this is why so many people get stuck when it comes to manifestation. They try to get one thing, but the entire time they're actually getting something else. And everyone has this one core memory that is assigned to what it is that you desire. And I can't do this for you. So you need to just relax, get into a receptive state, and just remember those intense and emotional experiences or the events that you've observed when it comes to what it is that you desire. Just really remember those. And then once you have them, I want you to get into a deep meditative state. I want you to recreate that memory, but now reflecting the complete and direct opposite. So if it was anger, then shift it into peace, for example, something that indicates peace. Like, the rich do so much for us, or I don't know, stuff like that. And just loop it over and over and over again until you literally feel like you're strangling yourself because of how much effort you need to use. And then just open your eyes and then come back into the present moment. And once you're there, once you're in the deep meditative state, I forgot to mention, sorry, I should have said this whilst there, but I want you to completely immerse yourself in that scene with all 5 of your physical senses as much as possible, because your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between your mind and what you call reality, aka the physical world. And that's because we, in this universe, the third dimensional realm, whatever you want to call it, we fall under the law of polarity. We have hot and cold, masculine and feminine, light and dark. You understand. And your subconscious mind is above this law of polarity. So we can use this to our own advantage. And the same way that your mind, especially your subconscious mind, got molded when you were young, when you didn't know any better, the same way you can remold it right now to what it is that you desire. So we're simply leveraging this thing for our own benefit. That's it. A quick and easy way of how to fix this. And if you feel like there's hidden potential inside of you that you haven't been able to unleash until now, then you can check out my Timeless Reader's Mindsets in the description. And if that's not you, then you can skip it. But for now, I hope that you've taken something out of this video. I hope that it's helped you a lot. Now, after this step, it is all about just embodying this new frequency of yours, this new self-concept, consciousness, identity, whatever you want to call it. It's all pretty much the same thing. And just remembering that from now on, it will all just get better, because the way that you look at life is the way that life will look at you. So when you perceive it as, your old world, your old physical world is now dying because you're not focusing on it, you're no longer embodying the mental and emotional state of that world, just remembering that it's all gonna get better, it's all going according to plan, then it will. So just don't get distracted. And when the illusionary reality will try to throw contradictions at you, just don't give it your emotional focus. Yeah. Because if you start to feed it, then it will perpetuate itself and you will experience the same reality over and over again. Now, I'm not saying that you should avoid it. I'm just saying that you shouldn't focus on it all day. You should focus on it just so much that it doesn't sway you emotionally anymore, and then you move on with your day. Or alternatively, you pick one thought from that reality that you desire, whether that is, having more money for you, extrapolate this to whatever it is that you want. For me, it is, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want. Of course, under the law. And it implies that I have financial, location, and time freedom. And whenever I focus on it with the emotion of peace, yeah, it always puts me back on track. And so, really think about it and extrapolate this to whatever it is that you desire. And just loop it over and over again. And yeah, that's about it. So just keep doing that. Keep coming back to this video if you need it. Go over your notes. And yeah, go make yourself proud. And take care.